All right, welcome back. We now have Hunter Aiono, who is the director of Collegiate Pickleball. So we are going to get a nice schooling in Duper for the collegiate level. Hunter, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm super stoked to be here. I don't get to go on podcasts very often, so dude, this is big time for me, man.
This is your time to shine.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
Obviously, and this podcast is massive.
This is basically like the Joe Rogan show for me, man.
Oh yeah,
it's very similar.
This is a big deal.
So so tell us a little bit about you. Tell us about how you got started in pickleball and kind of your role.
Sure. Okay. So I'm from Utah originally. That's where I got introduced to
what
pickleball.
Part?
Southern Utah.
Okay.
St. George.
I was gonna say beautiful.
Yeah, just like right outside of Zion National Park.
Oh yeah.
Incredible. Such a good area, and such a good area for pickleball too. So I was going to school at Utah Tech University, and I've at that time I heard of pickleball before. I honestly thought it was like the dumbest thing ever. It was really only for old people. I was walking on campus. There was Club Rush going on, and I got invited to come play, and I initially turned it down. I eventually worked up the courage to go try it out, and probably like what most people have a similar experience, I played it once and I was hooked. It was just so much fun. So I started playing pickleball on campus, got more and more involved. Eventually I realized that I wasn't going to be the next Ben Johns or Tyson McGuffin.
There's still time.
We also realized this.
Yeah,
just recently, I think.
I think that that kind of train of thought runs through everyone's mind. Especially, I'm super competitive. So I grew up playing tons of sports: football, lacrosse, wrestling. I played a little bit of football in college as well, and I was always looking for that competitive sport to scratch that itch. And I tried a bunch of different things, like adult wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and it's I guess now there's like those, if you ever see those 37U football teams.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Not really on my radar, or was on my radar, but I guess it's a thing now.
Yeah.
But I was looking for that kind of outlet. And then I found pickleball, and I was terrible at it, but just you're able to pick it up so fast, and it just blew my mind, and I was hooked. So I was playing a whole bunch, realized I probably wasn't going to be very good since I don't have that background in racket sports, never played tennis really. So I kind of transitioned to the club leadership there, and started running the club, started running practices. And at that same time too, Duper was starting up their college program. So it was back in 2022, they started the very first collegiate national championships in Austin, Texas at Dripping Springs. I don't know if you guys heard. It's not a thing anymore. R.I.P. Dripping Springs.
Oh,
yeah. But dude, it was so sick. So we put together a team. We were so good. Not my team was so good. I was the best water boy ever. Equipment manager, all American equipment manager. So dude, we went there and it was insane. I mean, we had the time of our lives there, and we this no-name Utah Tech school. We were playing against TCU, UNC, NC State, all these kind of big name teams, and it was just so cool. And we were good too. We made it to the finals, and we played UNC in the finals and lost. Sad. Colin, that was Colin Schick's debut.
Okay.
And back then he was not even a 5-0, but he was still the best player out there.
Right.
Insane. And dude, that atmosphere was just so fun. It was freezing. We were all huddled under this one covered court. It was so loud. People were going crazy. We all lost our voices. Steve Kuhn was there handing out pizzas. All the kids were drunk, and it was dude, I got addicted to that. And so we went back to the school, and we were just figuring out how do we get more involved in this. And so we started going out and competing, and Duper started expanding the tour. And at that point it was 4 qualifiers to get to nationals, and we competed in almost all of those. And at that point it was 16 teams total across the country playing. And then as it kept expanding, like more and more teams started joining, and it started growing like crazy, man. It was just so fun. And eventually I interned for Duper about like a year later, started helping run all those events, and it kept expanding. Like the next nationals was 32 teams, and then the next nationals after that was 64 teams, and now it's like capped at 64 teams, and there's additional brackets, and now there's like hundreds of schools playing in these events, over thousands of players, and it's just insane now. Like the level of play is crazy. From the very first nationals, there was not a single team with over a 5.0 average, and now it's like in order to be top 25 player, you have to be like 5.5 plus.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and we have players like that are really good. Also, like, are contracted pros as well. And, they're playing in PPA main draws all the time. So it's grown insane. It's a huge beast. So I work for the UPA, so PPA MLP side, and we run a tour, the Collegiate Pickleball Tour, the Adidas Collegiate Pickleball Tour, with Duper as like a joint venture. And it's been such a ride, such a fun time.
How many dates is that usually then?
Yeah, so we hold about 50 tournaments a year, and then the season follows like the school schedule. So this was just the start of the 25-26 season, and then in spring of 26 will be national championship. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, so where are you playing these? Are these just like random neutral locations? Or are you picking different, is there different home schools that get to host, or how does this all work?
Yeah, so there's kind of like 3 levels to play. If there's any like college teams out there thinking, how do we get involved with this? There's 3 levels you can play. There are regional qualifiers. So there's campus regionals and super regionals. In order to play in nationals in like the main bracket, the championship bracket, you have to earn a bid. So you have to go to either a campus regional or a super regional and place you either have to win the tournament or like place top 3 in like the super regionals. And those are all scattered around different locations. Campus regionals, there are, I believe, like 16 each semester. And those are hosted by schools, different venues, and super regionals. There are only 4 a semester, and those are hosted at like bigger venues and usually have like 200 plus players in them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The other way that you can play is like what we're doing this weekend is a college showcase match. So this weekend tomorrow we have Clemson and UGA coming and playing here on Championship Court in front of a crowd. A lot of UGA fans, a lot of Clemson fans around here, and it's just like a great opportunity to showcase these teams and like these clubs that are working so hard behind the scenes, doing all these practices, playing a whole bunch, and then we just give them an opportunity to play in front of a crowd, and like people love it. They just love getting behind a team.
Yeah. So this is a whole thing. So like we were not aware that this existed.
Yeah, I wasn't. It's incredible.
We were talking to Jacob, and that's why like before we had you on, I'm like, I need to understand at some very minor level what you do, because it's very intense.
Yeah.
And there's a lot going on. But this is great. Like now we're expanding this into college, making this a whole thing, and you're going to really pull so much more talent in and grow this sport at such an insane clip.
Yeah, totally. No, and it's growing. I feel like college is like the perfect level for this because it's all MLP styles. It's all team based, and I'm huge on team based pickleball. I think obviously like watching the stars play, like watching Ben Johns, Jack Sock, Tyson McGuffin, Annalie Waters, like it's so sick watching them play. But what is also really sick is just rooting for a team, like getting behind a team that you care for. And I think MLP is getting there in terms of, team recognition, but it's like everyone has a college they root for.
Yeah.
And now like almost all of these colleges have pickleball teams at some level.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's unbelievable. And we love the team sport too. That's the beauty of MLP is like you kind of attach yourself to a team. You learn those players more than otherwise that you would just at a regular event. And then you even learn, some of the bench players for them.
Yeah.
Because there's injuries or people have other things going on. And So yeah, really excited. We have Ross Whitaker coming on tomorrow, so
nice
to get the background for the Sliders' insane Cinderella run.
Yeah,
will be awesome.
Yeah,
and then James Delgado also is supposed to be on tomorrow as well, so we'll be able to hear his. First I need to know how he hits the ball so hard. That's why I told him, man, just tell me how you make somebody Swiss cheese, because this guy's insane. But I think the team atmosphere is just insane, and then the Dream Breaker is like such a great format,
dude.
Just love the Dream Breaker.
It's electric.
Like
it's so good.
More Dream Breaker style, please.
Yeah,
because you get to see people too that are really damn good at singles that just don't play it because it's such a grind.
Yeah,
like we watch Megan Dazon, and I'm like, why is she not playing more singles?
Right,
she was nasty,
incredible, and then people just it's the perfect atmosphere for people just to step up too. You know, normally you could have people that just aren't singles player, but they just go out of their mind when they're playing a Dream Breaker, and the crowd just gets behind them. And I don't know if you guys were there, but probably the most wild Dream Breaker I've ever seen was just a few months ago in Dallas at the Dallas MLP event, and I'm it's gonna kill me. I forget who exactly it was, but there was a Dream Breaker going on. I think it was the Flash versus someone else, and it was just you could not hear a thing because everyone was going crazy.
Yeah, actually, we had a podcast recapping that, and I think in the podcast I was like, this crowd was so nuts, the cameras were shaking.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But talk about an atmosphere you want to get fired up, and you're going to get your best pickleball out of these people because they're all competitors.
Yeah.
And to juice everybody up like that, everybody wins.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the team either, but that and then the championship was bonkers. I mean, the fives and the fives, the Sliders, the Flash, all of those matches were just rotating craziness.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, I'm a huge fan of team-based pickleball, and I think college is just the perfect flavor of that,
So how do people get involved with this? Do you pretty much a lot of these bigger colleges, I'm assuming, already have this that's going on. I know some smaller colleges around here just have a pickleball club. It's not a sanctioned thing, but is there a way to get smaller schools involved in this as well, or how do you think that works as far as getting access to this type of program?
Yeah, totally. I think, if you're a college student and you want to play college pickleball, there's already a great chance that there's some sort of organization, whether it's a student org or a competitive club sport already on campus, and that's a great place to start. And I think the awesome thing about college pickleball right now too is that it really is the Wild West. I mean, you have teams like Utah Tech, which is, it's 10,000 kids on campus, but they're ranked number 1 right now for playing against, University of Georgia, Clemson, all these University of Texas, all these huge schools. So it's really, if you're a baller, you can play college pickleball. It doesn't really matter what school you're at. There's room for you to compete. So I would definitely start on campus, looking around, see if there's an organization there. If not, we've helped students connect with organizations or kind of help them connect with players already on campus, because we get a lot of inquiries already about how to play. And then once you figure out a team, it's just sign up. All of our events are pretty much open registration as long as you have a team, all from the same school, all taking at least 9 credits. You can slap on a jersey and get out there and compete.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I feel like it gives these kids a lot of opportunity for some exposure too, if they want to continue in the sport.
Yeah, totally. I mean, Colin Schick, he lit it up at the first ever national championship, and then he was signed pretty soon after, and it was incredible. It was he did that, and then he went on to beat Ben Johns in singles, and then and there's tons of college players right now playing too, like Zoya Khan, Mevish Safdar, who they're both here now.
Yeah, we're supposed to have her on.
Ava Ignatowicz, University of Miami. There's tons of emerging pros as well in college.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be perfect.
Yeah, this is really cool to know.
Yeah, this is because we were not aware that this was a whole thing. Obviously, I feel like there was some type of college involvement, but I didn't realize it's really developed.
When
did it become so developed? Is this in the past couple of years?
It's growing so fast that it really it's you blink and all of a sudden it's there.
Right.
Really, I would say a huge amount of growth has come in the last 12 months. At the start of this year is when we really solidified our partnership with Duper, and they've been amazing. They're so good to work with. I mean, Duper's chief of algorithm, the algorithm czar, Sarah Carpenter. She lives in North Carolina. She's a UNC player, or I don't know if she's still playing, but I mean, just Duper's been awesome to work with. Really, it's just like the past 12 months have been incredible.
Awesome.
So it's growing at such a huge, rapid pace. I mean, even coming up in a month in Dallas Worlds, we have the Collegiate World Championship, where we have international college teams coming in and playing against U.S. teams.
Oh, that's gonna be
so
cool.
we have college players from India, from Taiwan, Republic of China, depending on who's asking, Australia, Brazil, and so they're going to come represent their countries, and they're all college players, and it's going to be insane. And then we also have, like, this past summer, we had college players. We had a college all-star team play in the MLP Cup. In the MLP midseason tournament.
Okay.
They played in the against Challenger, MLP Challenger teams. And then we have the same thing also at the MLP Cup in Dallas in just a month. Yeah. We have another all-star team playing.
You guys are putting in the work, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun. It's great that, you know, the PPA, MLP, Duper are so invested into college pickleball that, you know, we can kind of experiment and
makes sense,
have fun with
though.
it. It does. I mean, there's just so much hype. It's so fun. It's so addicting. Like, pickleball's already addicting, but then college pickleball, it's like, how can you not, you know?
Yeah, like you said, it's an easy transition too for people that are maybe like getting into pickleball to have that team to fall back on and kind of root for, so they don't have to learn all the players at once. They kind of have their team, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's like you don't even have to know exactly who's playing. You just see the colors, you see the logo, you're like, all right, dude, that's my team.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's awesome, man. I appreciate this info, because this is going to educate. Well, this educated us quite a bit,
it did.
and then the audience, I think, will really enjoy this content. And now we got to keep an eye out for the collegiate.
Hey, Frank might be down in Dallas too, right?
I think I'm going to be down there for Worlds.
If you're down for Worlds, let's meet up, dude.
Yeah, I was talking to Jacob, because he's Dallas based, you're Dallas based, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm there for a wedding, but I might see if the wife is. She does not watch this. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but I might just
get her VIP
sneak
tickets.
out.
Might change your mind.
Yeah,
There you go.
Just sneak out, get a little content. You know,
Yeah.
Link up with the lads. You know.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, Hunter, we really appreciate you coming on, giving us the education on this, and yeah, we'll link up in the future and get an update and see like where we're at in 12 months from now.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep an eye on this. It's exciting.
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. If you want to keep along, just follow Collegiate Pickleball on Instagram.
Perfect.
At Collegiate Pickleball.
At Collegiate Pickleball on Instagram. And yeah, we have a pretty good following. It's where we post all the college stuff, all the college updates, post all the winners, you know, who to follow, who to root for. So it's pretty sweet. But thank you so much for having me on. This has been awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
All right. Well, that is Hunter giving us the college update from Duper, and we appreciate his info. We will be back with another guest. We'll see ya.